What's up, guys? Stan the Man here. Hey, want to give a big shout out to Christopher way down there across the pond in Lagos, Nigeria. What's up, man? Yeah, Christopher was wanting a little more information as far as my solar tracking system. So I figured I'd do a series of videos more or less showing how to build a tracking system solar array thingy. And as per usual, I'm not going to have a lot of video that's going to show me actually building the system. I'm not that good with editing, and Lord knows I really don't want to put that kind of time into it anyway. So, I mean, this is a hobby for me. This is something I tinker around with in the evening for something to do, you know. So, this is the first part in the segment. Come back later for more. I mean, this ain't nothing fancy. It's all down and dirty, basic and simple. There's a million different ways you can refine the project and make it better, and that's all up to you folks. Be creative, man. You know, blow it up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, take my idea and tear it in a little bit of pieces and make it better. Hey, you know, I mean, there's a better way to power this world, boys and girls. I mean, the good Lord gives us all the energy we need. The only thing He asks is that we have the wisdom to utilize that energy wisely. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. Really. Anyways, having said that, hopefully that thing zooms in far enough for you to see everything. I guess I'll know when I play it back, eh, fellas? This right here is a 12 volt actuator. Okay? I mean, nothing fancy. It's got an 18-inch stretch on it. That little doohickey right there will zing way out over here. That's what's going to rotate your array. I'll go into more on all that stuff later. Right now, I'm just focusing on the mounting assembly that holds that actuator in place. And there's other ways you can do it too, but we're not going to go into that right now. So what I'm going to do is take the actuator off as soon as I pull the bolt out. There's the actuator. There's my clamp that fell on the floor. Damn it. And this is a board. Anybody can do that. And the board is 9.5 inches long or 24 centimeters, whatever you prefer. This is a piece of angle iron. You don't got to use the same kind of angle iron. I mean, this angle iron just happens to be 1.25 inches by 1.25 inches, 1/8 inch wall thickness, or about 3.5 centimeters by 3.5 centimeters. I don't know what, 4 millimeters thick. Nothing fancy. Little thingy on the end right here. It's about 2 inches tall or 5 centimeters. Whatever you prefer. Okay. This bad boy is what the actuator sits on. Here'll be the actuator. You kind of get the idea. Put the board there. Put that there. Run the bolt through there. Nothing hard. Nothing hard at all. Hog dog it, I went and forgot to get my band clamps. But, wherever they went, you take a band clamp after you get all that done. Where's my bolt? I know I had a bolt here somewhere. There's my bolt. Get it on there and you put the bolt in there to hold it so it don't pull back and forth in the activation process. And then you knock stuff off your cluttered up table while you're doing that. And the band clamp goes around right here. That holds everything down firmly against this thingy. And that's all for right now, guys. My round tool gets big enough, I'll kick in another video and we'll go a little bit farther with it. Right now I just want to focus on the actuator assembly itself. Now of course you don't have to use a store-bought actuator. When I initially started prototyping all this stuff and tinkering with it, I went the cheapest way possible, being as I'm not a wealthy man of means, shall we say. So I got me some some old cordless drills that wasn't no good. And of course cordless drills are you know, electrically operated, DC current. Current flows one way, the electric motor rotates one way, current goes back the other way, the electric motor goes the other way. Nothing fancy. I got a piece of threaded rod right here. Chucked it up in the chuck of the cordless drill. Put a little tack weld right here so the chuck couldn't loosen up on me. Held that bad boy right in place. You say, well, how does it make the actuator move? Well, you got a little set of nuts right there. And as that as the drill rotates, it pulls the other part of the rotation assembly either to or away. And that rotates your array assembly. Be creative, fellas. I mean, this stuff ain't hard, man. You know, I mean, takes a little bit of time. Like any other project, I mean, you ain't gonna get it done in one sitting. I mean, you gotta play with the idea, the concept, you know, and then after you get the concept, you know, structured so it actually functions, you've got the test to destruction phase where it either blows up or it don't. And of course, usually the first time it blows up. but that's what it's about, ain't it, fellas? I mean, the adventure, you know, I mean, you know, do your best to see if it'll make magical mystery smoke, and if it don't make magic mystery smoke, well, that's good. Oh, hell. That's just wrong. Well, that's about all I'm going to do right now, guys. As you can see, I got my toggle switch master control for the actuator assembly. My round to it finally got big enough to put it in the box and pull the wires through and do the soldering and label the wires coming out the other side. When it's all said and done, I'll have this as a functioning unit on my test stand with a toggle switch control assembly wired into the circuit. And I'll also have a photo optic tracking cell tied into the circuit that will track the sun. And when it's all said and done, if y'all can't do this, it ain't my fault. Oh, and by the way, to add a disclaimer, try all this at your own risk. I'm not taking credit for nobody dropping shit on their toe and hurting themselves. You know what I'm saying? What I got works for me. Hopefully it works for you. Yeah, I got my lawn and garden battery there. I actually got a 3S3P lithium ion pack out on my array assembly, and that's what's providing power for my tracking actuators. It's doing a pretty good job. I stuck it out there, I don't know, about 3 weeks ago. It suffers voltage sag on activation. I probably should have made it 3S4P, but you know, 3S3P is doing the job even with voltage sag. So you know, I'm not crying about it. It works. You know, I mean, it's bare bones, down and dirty. Get her done. I mean, hey fellas, she don't gotta be Miss America to cook you a good dinner and help you do the vacuuming. You know what I'm saying, guys? What the hell? Well, that's it. If y'all want to see how the whole thing turns out, come on back. Subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, just tune in every so often, see where I'm at. It's all good. I don't do this for subs or to see how many likes I get or none of that other silly crap. I do it for a hobby. If I pick up a few subs, God love you. I appreciate it. It does make you feel good when you look on your channel and say, oh hell, there's 2 more people subscribed. That's wrong, man. But it's the truth. So y'all have a great day or great evening, depending on where you're at in the world. And God bless.